Hello everyone, it's Elizabeth here. Today I've got a quick question and answer for you, and the question that comes up often is, what tool do I use for tracking my project budget? There isn't an answer to this, so I lied when I said I was going to give you a question and an answer, because ultimately there is no single one perfect tool for tracking a budget. It very much depends on your organisation, what's expected of you, how your team and your stakeholders need to see the information, what the money side of the information is used for. Does it feed into something later that your finance team require you to use? So there is no one-size-fits-all answer to how you track your budget. In my experience, I think probably 99% of the project budgets I've tracked has been in Excel. Very low tech, a budget spreadsheet, tracking everything coming in. I've also used Microsoft SharePoint, which we tailored so that we had forms and database elements, database-light elements, for tracking the process of expenditure on a project, where purchase orders were raised, invoices were received, the value, the vendor, and all that kind of stuff, and whether the money had been taken from our cost centre at the end of the project. So that was useful, but it didn't replace the overall project budget tracker spreadsheet. So I can tell you that Excel works as long as you've got the formula set up. I can also tell you that Excel doesn't work, because if you haven't got the formula set up, you end up finding calculation errors and mess up your budget. And I have been there and lived through that. It is not an easy thing to explain to your project sponsor. However, there are other enterprise-wide project management tools in mature organisations that do a lot more financial management for your tools. And even things like Microsoft Project have the option to start recording the cost of effort, recording the cost of materials into parts of the views that you can see. Check out what tools are currently available to you. If you've got nothing, talk to your PMO. Someone somewhere in the organisation must be tracking costs of what other projects are spending. If the PMO doesn't know, or you don't have one, talk to your finance department. How would they like you to track and manage project cost? Hopefully they'll have an idea. If not, you just default to Excel or a spreadsheet of your choice and a method of your choice. And I think that's my final message actually for today, is that we have a lot more power and authority as project managers than I think most people believe they have in a day-to-day world. So if you want to make a decision about how to track something on your project, just do it. If there is no guidance, if there is no formal diktat from on high about how these things should be done, you make the decision about what is the best tool for you and your team, and you just do it. Just take that step. It's not difficult to change later on if suddenly a new corporate rule comes out that says you have to use a different tool. That's fine. You just migrate at that time. But rather than think about, what do? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know who to ask. Make a decision. Get on with it. Start tracking your tools and start tracking your project professionally, and migrate onto other things as and when you have more information. There is no worries about doing that. All right, rant over. That was it for today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.